If you're someone who can't switch off your mind, who finds yourself analyzing every conversation, every decision, every possibility, congratulations, you have a superpower and you might not even know it. Today, I'm going to show you how 3 of humanity's greatest geniuses turned their restless minds into their greatest strengths. You'll discover the power of your overthinking. My name is Psychora, and here we combine ancient philosophical wisdom with modern neuroscience discoveries. Because what great thinkers intuitively knew, science now confirms. Restless minds, when properly directed, create humanity's greatest advances. First, why you overthink and why it's an evolutionary advantage. Then, the 3 techniques: the Socratic Method, Stoic Breathing, and Nietzschean Focus. Finally, how to create your own personalized protocol. If you're tired of battling your mind, get ready to make it your most powerful ally. Let's destroy a myth. Overthinking isn't a mental illness. It's a highly refined survival mechanism. Your ancestors who could anticipate every possible danger were the ones who survived. You inherited a brain designed to simulate scenarios, analyze risks, and process complex information. The problem arises when this superpower operates without direction. It's like having a Ferrari without a steering wheel. All that mental power turns against you. Anxiety, analysis paralysis, infinite cycles of worry. But the solution isn't to turn off your mind. It's learning to drive that mental Ferrari. Darwin spent decades analyzing every detail before publishing the theory of evolution. Tesla mentally visualized each invention to perfection before building it. Einstein created relativity through obsessive thought experiments. What separated them from people paralyzed by overthinking? The difference is conscious direction. They didn't try to stop thinking. They channeled excessive thinking towards specific purposes. They transformed rumination into investigation, anxiety into creativity, worry into strategic planning. Neuroscience discovered that overthinkers' brains have hyperactive default mode networks. This same network is associated with creativity, empathy, and complex problem solving. You don't have a brain defect. You have a high-performance brain running without an instruction manual. Now that you understand your restless mind is a resource, not a problem, let's get to the 3 techniques that great philosophers developed to master this power. Techniques tested for centuries and validated by modern science. Socrates discovered something revolutionary. Overthinking anxiety comes from believing we need to have all the answers. The more we try to mentally control every scenario, the more anxious we become. His solution was counterintuitive: embrace conscious ignorance. The Socratic Method transforms overthinking into productive investigation through systematic questioning. Instead of fighting obsessive thoughts, you question them until you reach their roots. It's like being a detective of your own mind. When your mind starts spiraling, ask these 5 questions. First, what exactly am I assuming here? Second, what real evidence do I have? Third, what don't I know about this situation? Fourth, what would a completely opposite perspective be? Fifth, if I were advising a friend, what would I say? Example, you're obsessed with a conversation that went wrong. Traditional method, keep ruminating about what you should have said. Socratic method, what am I assuming? That the person hates me. What evidence do I have? Actually, just my interpretation. What don't I know? How they actually felt. Opposite perspective? Maybe they don't even remember the conversation. Advice to a friend? Stop creating stories and talk to the person. Neurologically, Socratic questioning activates the prefrontal cortex, the region responsible for critical thinking, and decreases amygdala activity, the fear center. You literally retrain your brain to think instead of just react emotionally. Exercise to test right now. Think of a situation that's been making you anxious. Apply the 5 Socratic questions. Notice how the quality of your thinking changes, from circular and emotional to linear and investigative. That's transforming overthinking into mental clarity. The Stoics discovered that overthinking arises when we try to mentally control the uncontrollable. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and philosopher, developed a simple but powerful technique, using breath to distinguish between what's in your control and what isn't. Breathing is the unique conscious bridge between voluntary and involuntary nervous systems. When you intentionally control your breath, you signal to your brain that you're in control of the situation. This automatically interrupts overthinking cycles. Modified Stoic protocol. Inhale for 4 seconds thinking, this is in my control, or this is not in my control. Hold for 7 seconds, letting your mind process this distinction. Exhale for 8 seconds, mentally releasing everything not under your control. Repeat until you feel mental clarity. During acute overthinking crises, when your mind is completely out of control, Stoic breathing works like an emergency brake. You stop the obsessive mental cycle and create space for conscious thought. It's like hitting Ctrl+Alt+Delete on your mind. Scenario: you sent an important message and the person hasn't responded. Your mind creates 47 theories about why. Stoic breathing. Inhale 4s. Their response isn't in my control. Hold 7s. Let this truth settle. Exhale 8s. Release all the mental theories. Result: clear mind to focus on what actually matters. Turn this into a habit. Every time you notice overthinking starting, do 3 cycles of Stoic breathing. With practice, your brain learns to use this tool automatically. You develop what the Stoics called ataraxia, mental tranquility in any situation. Nietzsche proposed something radical: transform mental suffering into fuel for creation. He didn't see overthinking as a problem to be solved, but as raw energy to be directed toward projects bigger than yourself. He called this the will to power. All that mental energy you spend ruminating can be channeled into creation: writing, building, solving real problems, developing projects. Nietzsche discovered that restless minds need challenges worthy of their intensity. Small problems create big obsessions. Big projects eliminate small obsessions. 3-stage protocol. First, identify what you think about obsessively. Second, ask, how can I use this mental energy to create something? Third, dedicate 25 minutes daily channeling this obsession into concrete projects. Transform rumination into creation. Real example: you become obsessed analyzing why relationships don't work. Nietzschean Focus. Use this obsession to write an article about relationship psychology, or create a course, or help friends. Transform your pain into contribution to the world. This is mental alchemy, transforming mental lead into creative gold. Your obsessions contain seeds of your greatest talents. A mind that can obsessively analyze personal problems can also solve complex world problems. It's a matter of direction. Exercise. Identify your most recurring mental obsession. Now imagine a creative project that could be born from this mental energy. Blog, business, art, solution to a real problem. Dedicate 25 minutes today channeling this obsession into concrete action. Notice how your relationship with overthinking changes when it has purpose. Now you have 3 powerful tools: Socratic questioning for clarity, Stoic breathing for control, and Nietzschean focus for creative direction. Let's create your personalized protocol to transform any overthinking episode into mental superpowers. Step 1. Recognition. I'm overthinking right now. Step 2. Stoic breathing. 3 cycles to create mental space. Step 3. Socratic questioning. 2 essential questions about the situation. Step 4. Nietzschean redirection. How to use this energy for creation. Step 5. Concrete action. 1 small step towards solution or creation. Complete example. You're obsessed with a work presentation. Step 1. I'm overthinking. Step 2. Stoic breathing, focusing on what you control in the presentation. Step 3. Questioning. What evidence do I have it will go wrong? What can I prepare better? Step 4. Redirection. How to use this energy to create an exceptional presentation. Step 5. Action. Write 3 main points right now. Final challenge. Practice this protocol for 21 days. Every time you notice overthinking, use the 5 steps. Write down the results. Watch how your relationship with your own mind transforms. You'll discover you don't need to fight your brain. You need to learn to dance with it. Now you know the truth. Your restless mind isn't a flaw. It's a superpower waiting for conscious direction. Which of the 3 techniques resonated most with you? Socratic, Stoic, or Nietzschean? Test it today and tell me in the comments what the result was. Your experience could inspire other people to transform overthinking into genius. Now that you have these powerful techniques, the real transformation begins when you actually use them consistently. I want to challenge you to something specific. For the next 21 days, pick just one of these 3 methods and practice it every single day. Don't try to do all 3 at once. That's how most people fail. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pause this video and tell me in the comments which technique resonated most with you: Socratic, Stoic, or Nietzschean. And if you're feeling brave, share what specific overthinking pattern you want to transform. I read every single comment, and I often get ideas for future videos from your experiences. Your overthinking mind brought you here for a reason. It's seeking something more than just surface-level advice. If you're ready to dive deeper into practical philosophy and psychology that actually works, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Next week, I'm revealing the shadow work technique that helped me integrate the darkest parts of my psyche into sources of strength. Remember, you're not broken for overthinking. You're not flawed for having a restless mind. You have raw material for genius, and now you have the tools to sculpt it. The question isn't whether you can transform your mental patterns, it's whether you're willing to do the work. I believe you are. Now go prove it to yourself.